Remember what, Irene?
Let
To
Bruce
let
back
Bruce
in.
Murray back in.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to let everybody back in here. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know there's more than Bruce. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay, great. So,
One of the
I'm
participants
working
is
on
the access
identifying
code.
the last phone number.
That's the access code for the Zoom meeting.
714-258-0644.
Yes,
Yeah.
at least it was the access code I had to use.
Okay. So somebody dialed. That's weird. Yeah, it doesn't show video or audio, so maybe it's just because of that. Okay, I'm going to ignore it for now. I sent a chat, but I haven't heard anything. Okay, welcome everybody. This is the bill paying end of year meeting for 2020, December 8th, 28th, 2020.
Mark, why don't you put them on mute?
There's I mean, maybe I should just put it in the waiting room. Yeah, I don't seem to be able to mute it. It's not showing a microphone or a video symbol. So it stands out from everything else. But I am able to rename or remove or put in waiting room or.
Hey, Mark,
Yeah.
this is Bruce Murray. I think that might be me because I can get you on the computer, but I can't get any audio, or I can get the audio, but I can't talk, but I can hear you. So that
Okay.
possibly could be me.
Okay. You think that's
Okay.
associated? Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Because I'm on the phone, and so I got in there. Okay.
Okay,
sorry.
that makes sense. I'm not going to worry about it any further then. Great, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, great. So I'm going to welcome everybody. This is the end of year meeting, December 28th, 2020, for bill paying and a few other items. And so before I start the meeting, I will ask if there's anyone that wishes to address the board at privilege of the floor.
That'd be me.
Okay. Go ahead, Bruce.
All right. Just a few things. First, I'd like to thank the people involved with finishing the comprehensive plan. They did a great job. However, I don't feel that it is appropriate for the town board to adopt the comprehensive plan without at least 2 public meetings with people of the town present for comments. I worked on this plan for 2 years, and we really don't need to be in a hurry to adopt it. And with just Zoom meetings to review it, you might be getting feedback from a quarter of the town's citizens at best. There is a very large number of citizens without internet or the ability to connect or the desire to be on Zoom. I myself have pretty good internet. Zoom only works part of the time. I was involved with the survey. So I feel without having public hearings, you may not call the comprehensive plan a shared community plan. I was involved in the survey, and nothing about zoning came out of the survey. Under your resolution, page 2, you mentioned public hearing September 24th, 2020, and a formal public hearing December 10th, 2020. I don't know how with a rural township you can call a Zoom meeting a formal public hearing. And furthermore, I question as to whether this is even legal, but Mark has told me that it is legal. But I do know that it's not at all ethical to do town business this way. It's just like having a meeting on a Monday morning at 9 a.m. How many of the townspeople can attend it, let alone even know about it? So the second thing is about the Land Use Economic Development Task Force. On their executive report, meeting 10, November 16th, 2020, page 2 under roofing, says roofing shall have a minimum pitch of 412. And all this does is eliminate lower income people. And I thought we weren't trying to do things like that. The other thing, it says corrugated metal roofing is prohibited. That's pretty much absolutely ridiculous. But it does say underneath it, remove number 2. So what that means, I don't know. The meeting 11, November 23rd, page 4, recommendation of the task force is to adopt the zoning ordinance. And I'm wondering what this will take to do this. And also, I would like to know more about the zoning commission. And hopefully this won't be run through on Zoom meetings, because I feel the town board is just taking advantage of this pandemic and the townspeople as a whole. I would also like to know how this moratorium could stop a solar farm when the town is pushing for more green energy. So that's the end of my public.
Thank you, Bruce. I'll just respond quickly to say that I think I will be bringing the comprehensive plan forward for a vote for adoption today. I feel that we have had ample and provided a lot of opportunity for people to provide provide feedback to us. They have been able to do so by writing to us as the town board or to the town clerk. The 2 public meetings were very well publicized. And as you know, in advance of that, you as a planning board member and other planning board efforts did a fantastic job of engaging the community in order to solicit feedback for input on the comprehensive plan. So, that's, I will be bringing that forward for a vote. But thank you for your concern and comments. Is there anyone else that wishes to address the board? And I guess I would say if any other board members wish to comment on or offer information or comment on Bruce's input.
I'll just mention, Bruce, that I believe that those issues that you raised as the chair of the task force, the issues that you raised pertain to commercial development only. So they do not pertain to family or single residences, etc. So I think that the majority of your concerns are taken care of by the task force. It only directed its attention to commercial development that would be submitted for site plan review.
Yeah, I'll jump in. So I appreciate Bruce's feedback. I have to note that I don't think in a pandemic, particularly with how the virus is surging, that it's practical to have a public in-person meeting, nor would I participate in one. But I hear his feedback that makes it challenging for people in our community. I also hear his feedback, and it's a concern I raised this week, that I'm not sure voting at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning for approving the comprehensive plan is appropriate. I don't think it's intended to be inappropriate, but I think nobody or few people in our town are going to be expecting that at a meeting where we pretty much just wrap up the year's bills. So I would move when it's time to do so to postpone it to either our agenda planning meeting or our regularly scheduled January business meeting.
And I'll just speak in support of what John said. I agree that I feel that this agenda has gotten quite heavy for a end of year meeting. I don't see any harm to come to waiting on approving the comprehensive plan. I do want to just say further to what Tim said, that that the task force put together a set of ideas. Bruce, it's nowhere as close to being enacted as a law, reviewed, public comment, anything like that. It's a set of ideas of how to go forward, and they may or may not be adopted as they're written. My guess is likely not exactly as written, that that they would be open to further comment and revisions. And I'll just further say that I share your, I don't know what to call it, frustration, disappointment. I feel frustrated and disappointed in regards to solar development. So I share concerns there.
So I'm also frustrated. I felt like, so I guess let's have this discussion when I feel like this was well announced. We deferred the vote from our last meeting on the comprehensive plan to make a couple of factual correct, tweaks, edits. And we're prepared to vote on it. I would have been quite happy to schedule an evening meeting to accommodate these concerns, and we could still do so. I had been hopeful of formally adopting the plan in the year 2020, and I felt like we had a good plan to do so. So let's discuss it in the meeting, I would suggest. Beyond that, I guess I will call for any additions or deletions from the agenda.
I would, if after we discuss the comprehensive plan, I would just like to put on the agenda a very, very brief announcement pertaining to the task force.
Okay.
I'm going to object to anything. This was supposed to be a meeting to close the books. The notice to town members about the agenda for this meeting went out in the middle of a holiday season, a holiday week. I'm not willing to discuss or vote on anything beyond the closing the books and matters related to closing the books at this point. I don't think it's fair to the public. And frankly, I don't think it's fair to us. I let you know that my mother was going to be having surgery today. John has indicated that he's on vacation and had plans for the day. This is just not right to keep packing what would have been a short agenda into, a very ministerial thing, packing more and more stuff into an end of the year date. I'm just not willing to do it. And I'm not in a headspace to do it, frankly.
I'll defer my announcement to next week.
Are you calling for deletions from the agenda?
I guess if that's what you want to look at it as. I'm not willing to participate in all this other stuff. I would call for a deletion of other items from the agenda.
I would ask that you specify and that we vote on those.
Sure.
That's fine. Um, I would ask that we delete discussions of number 1 and number 2 about the findings of the comprehensive plan, negative declaration about the comprehensive plan, resolution to adopt the comprehensive plan. I would keep the resolution authorizing 2020 budget amendments, transfers, encumbrances, keep the resolution to pay bills, keep the resolution to have contracts with the fire districts and workers' comp, skip approval of the minutes, and skip the executive session.
I'll second those.
Any further discussion? I will not vote in favor of this change because the agenda was set out, well in advance of the meeting, and I asked for, in order to provide people ample time to take a look at it. Most of the additions were ministerial, and I appreciate you didn't insist on removing those.
Of course.
And I still would maintain that I feel like the plan to vote on the comprehensive plan is something that we discussed previously. I don't understand why that's being taken off the table or being proposed to be taken off the table.
And I don't understand why. Can you justify why it has to happen now and not happen at a regular town board meeting?
It can be delayed indefinitely. No, I just think this was a good plan that was put forward and publicly announced, so that we should follow through. But if the board feels that it'll be better process for us, then I will, of course, support that. So. And as far as the findings for the comprehensive plan, those are, I completed those quite some time ago and provided them to everybody just to let you know. But I will call for a vote on this. All in favor of the.
Can you wait and see if there's further discussion from other board members?
I thought there was none. So any further discussion?
No.
John?
Yeah, no further discussion from
okay.
me.
Thank you.
Sure.
And so can you clarify what we're voting on? Is it the motion that I have to change the agenda?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
Can I clarify that if the vote on the comprehensive plan were to be delayed, that would happen next week at the agenda meeting?
I think it should happen at the business meeting. Why are we doing business at agenda meetings and interim other meetings? It gets very sloppy around the edges.
I do share that perspective. I think the public views business meetings as the meetings where the primary work of the board in the public view occurs, and I would support as much as is feasible to try and put things like particularly a vote on a comprehensive plan at that meeting. That would also give the public 2 chances and privilege of the floor to comment on the final draft of it, which I think would be good and hopefully engender more public support.
I could understand that. Any other, Cal, would you like to comment or?
No, I don't have anything to add.
Sounds like we're ready to vote then.
Yeah, I'm thinking here a minute. I do feel, I just, so I can defer to this request. I think it's not unreasonable. I do also want to say that, I would, this was quite anticipatable. This was something that we could have planned in a much, we saw this coming and could have addressed this earlier. So, but I do understand the concern, and in the interests of good process, I'm willing to support it. So
We learn from it and we move forward.
sure. Okay. So I'll just to reiterate, what we're voting on is to hold back the 3 resolutions related to the adoption of the comprehensive plan, updated comprehensive plan, until the January 13th business meeting.
And also approval of the minutes and also executive session.
Okay.
Is executive session time critical?
I think not. I don't know. I propose that we, the guy I did. Anyway,
I mean, as I read it, it doesn't seem time critical, but I didn't know if I was missing something.
I don't know enough to know.
It's not like there's a deadline on bank financing or.
Not of
something like-
which I'm aware.
Yeah, so
So,
Can we at least agree to put the findings regarding I just have to open this up, the environmental impacts of the comprehensive plan and the negative declaration on the agenda item so that we can be ready to vote on the comprehensive plan at the business meeting? Wouldn't that be appropriate for an agenda meeting?
You mean to introduce those?
Yes.
Sure.
sounds reasonable.
I mean, we can introduce them now. I don't care. That's ministerial. It doesn't matter that we introduce them. We're not discussing them. We're just saying we're introducing these. I would be fine with introducing these. I'm not fine on having any discussion or vote about them.
Yeah, I would be comfortable introducing them as well.
Let's move this along.
okay, that's fine. So I'll call for a vote on the change to the agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. I will offer a resolution to make the following transfers, which I sent to you right before the meeting because I was putting them together. $2,100 from the agency line to a 1420.4 legal, $660 from a 5132.2 garage equipment to a 5132.4 garage contractual, and $201,436.72 from DA 233 Highway Equipment Reserve to DA 5132.2 Highway Equipment Expenditures. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Seconded by Cal.
Must be those trucks showed up.
The trucks showed up, and so in the bills that you'll get in a minute.
So did the bill.
Yeah, so that's what's needed from the reserve fund to pay to add to the 5130.2 equipment line to pay the bills for the new trucks. So Bobby's going to be, I think, getting those tomorrow. Any other questions or concerns? Okay. Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So with that, I'll offer a resolution to approve the payment of vouchers for bills in the amount of $14,748.70 for the general fund and $494,870.36 for the highway fund. That's all.
Second.
Second.
Seconded by Tim. Any further discussion?
Do you need anybody else to sign vouchers, or are they all cool?
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that, Cal. So I'm the only one that has reviewed the vouchers, and so it would be good probably for a couple of you to take a look at them in the aftermath. But I have reviewed them, and so yeah, and I found no inappropriate expenses. So
I'll come over and look at them too. Initial them.
Thanks, Cal.
offer a resolution.
We have to, I think we have to vote, don't we,
Oh,
Mark?
thanks, John. So
No problem.
I'll call for a vote for the payment of the bills. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Offer a resolution authorizing this town to sign the 2021 fire protection contract with Speedsville and Brookendale Fire Companies.
Second.
Seconded by Irene. Further discussion? Okay. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Offer resolution to sign the 2-year 2021 agreement for workers' compensation insurance with the Comp Alliance that I notified you about a week or so ago.
Second.
Seconded by John. So thank you for that. And as I understand it, the rates went down this year. We were locked into a 2-year agreement. And so what they decided to do is establish a new 2-year agreement starting next year and rolling giving us credit for the savings forward. So I thought that was good. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? I have nothing further on the agenda for today. call for adjournment of the meeting.
Hey, Mark,
Bob,
actually, can I have a quick
sorry.
minute?
Yeah, go ahead.
First, I'd actually just like to thank everybody on the board for the work this year. It's been quite a year. And I just wanted to say thanks. You guys have made things a lot easier, you know, for me. It just seems like it's been crazy. We went, you know, for the transition period, the pandemic, we went to a 30-inch record snowfall. We went to a Christmas Day flood, and a rapid freeze afterwards. But I just wanted to take a minute and just say, you know, thank you. And hopefully, you know, next year is easier. It can't get any harder than this year.
Don't say that.
I don't know what else could happen, honestly.
48 inches of snow like Newark Valley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, whatever.
But thank you. Actually looking forward to next year and getting a few more things done. Quick note that we did have the front of the highway barns refaced with tin. No more bird holes. It actually looks great. And the heaters aren't working quite so bad. And I would like to ask the board for a little time, either in the agenda meeting or the business meeting, to propose, you know, a capital equipment plan going forward. That's kind of the next hurdle. I think I got a good hold on it with a plan going forward. But we can work on that in the near future. But just again, thank you.
Yeah, Bobby, and I didn't realize 30 inches. That was clearly down at the south end of town. And I
Definitely in my driveway.
no idea. But thank you to the whole crew for managing the myriad things that you guys have managed this year as well, including, you know, clearing out the stuff that was in the accessory barn so that you were able to make room for trucks and operate more safely, and revamping the building, revamping our parking lot, and doing what is honestly routinely the job. But, you know, hearing you talk about it, floods on Christmas Day and, you know, and icing up that night. I mean, that's the holidays, and, you know, it is part of the job and it's what our guys do, but it doesn't mean we don't appreciate it. And I really appreciate that you raised my awareness, because, you know, frankly, I was kind of oblivious to that those things even happened. And I really appreciate what it takes to run this town and to keep it running safely. And a lot of that is on you and the guys, and I'm really appreciative.
You made a lot of stuff happen, Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate your words, Bobby, and just, you know, what a challenging first year it was, but you really rose and got it done, and your crew got it done, and so thank you.
Happy New Year, Bobby.
Yeah,
You too.
thanks, Bobby. Happy
So
New Year.
do the trucks come with a ribbon?
You're damn right they do, a big one.
Yeah, they better. We're actually going to pick them up tomorrow morning, so
Nice.
it'll be a good, you know, end of the year wrap up to have them here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
nice.
All right. Well,
I think that's all I have.
Thanks, Bob.
There's some discussion on Bald Hill, you know, as far as Spectrum.
Mhm.
I
yeah.
don't know if that should be on the next meeting or on this quickly
Yeah.
or what, but
No, I think unless there's something pressing that has to be decided between now and then, next meeting. That's my opinion. I don't know what others think.
And maybe this is something we should discuss at the beginning of the year about meeting process. A lot of towns have 2 meetings a month and treat them both as business meetings.
Mhm.
And if we, you know, we could establish that expectation in order to take care of things, or maybe, you know, I think I'm hearing a couple people advocating for maintaining what we have and pushing everything to the business meeting. I actually, you know, I'm open to,
Okay, it's a good discussion.
but
Good
I,
discussion to have.
Yeah, I agree with that, Mark.
okay, then let's discuss it. All right, well, Happy New Year, everyone.
Forgive me, but our agenda meeting will also be our organizational meeting.
Correct. We'll have the agenda and organizational on January 5th.
It looks like Bruce had something he wants to say, Mark. Bruce, hold on, you're muted. We can't hear you yet.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yep.
go ahead, Bruce.
Okay. I just wanted to thank all of you for your hard work, Bobby included, and everybody have a happy new year.
You too, Bruce.
Happy New Year,
Thanks,
Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce. You as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same to everyone.
Yeah,
Right.
tough year. We'll have a better one next year, I hope.
Yeah, let's hope.
Hope springs eternal.
Damn
We'll
straight.
keep it going.
All right.
Take care.
Thanks.
Take
Bye,
care,
everybody.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You do adjourn the meeting?
Yeah, we didn't call for adjournment.
I hereby call for adjournment.
Okay, I did call.
Second.
for-
We'll
yeah.
have a quorum. We still have a quorum.
Second.
All in favor of adjournment?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Adjourned it.
Happy New Year, everybody. See you later.
Yep, bye-bye.
Can I just say hi to Bobby? Bobby, can you get me some information to put in that little mail about the highway department and the snow and the plow, I mean, whatever you want to say. I want to give a front page billing.
Sure.
That'd be great. And if anyone else has anything, the issue is really empty right now, so I'm just like grasping for anything to put in my 16 pages.
Yeah, I can get something worked up tonight and get with you.
Okay, wonderful.
For your work on that, Emily. Happy New Year.
Okay, thanks.
I'll send you something on the comprehensive plan, Emily.
Oh, great. Good.
That's the big thing going on, so.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Great.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.